Alright guys, we're going to try and make this a quick video. It's simply just putting new bearings in a wheel hub on this 98 Isuzu Rodeo. I've already taken off this hub. It comes off as one piece. Basically it just lines up with those. You take off these little Allens, and from there we're going to remove the caliper bracket. So I'm just going to take it loose from there and leave this connected. Take it off all as one piece. Then we are going to take off this snap ring that is right here, and the whole unit should come on. Actually, I think these come out here, and then you have to take the snap ring off to get all this out of the way to get to the bearing. Trying to make this a quick one. It is like 102, maybe 103 in here. It's pretty hot. Anyway, we need these. Alright, we got the outer hub part off. Now, if you look, there's the snap ring that comes off. You take these bolts out, and this whole unit comes off as one piece. Okay? Don't need to try and take it apart, or none of that. Now you got 3 Phillips screws right here, and if you look at this one, the nut, this locker, this is the lock ring, is holding that thing, so it's definitely loose. Anyway, I'm going to take off these 3 Phillips, pull that little lock ring off, and this thing should come off. Okay, after you get this little lock ring off, this piece right here, so you see the larger holes, you can take a punch or something and just, you know, kind of turn it with that to spin it, to unscrew it. Get that off. I already got the, after that, this will just slide off. And there's the old bearings. They're looking pretty rough. Definitely not good grease, been contaminated in there. Not enough grease. So we're going to knock out these bearing races. Going to take a punch and a hammer. Okay, now we're going for the bottom. You see this little bitty cutout right there, that you can get the edge of this on there, edge of the punch on that race. Now we stuck the block underneath there to keep it raised up. You're just going to take and stick it on that side. Work it back and forth. There's another one over here on this side. Go back and forth. Okay, now it's out. There it is, guys. I'm gonna clean up inside there before I do it. I'll probably take it over to the solvent tank. And I'm gonna do this front side. Same thing. I'm gonna kind of, well, this one I'm gonna start with it flat. Got the same little marks that you can knock it out. And it's out. There we go. I'm gonna go clean this up, and there is a tool that we can use to reset the new races. Okay, here is our bearing race seating tool. Now, as you notice, this doesn't go down in there. So, I already put the new one in there. I knocked it all the way down flush until it was right here. So what you can do, if you don't have one that fits down in there, that fits right, you can take the old race and set it on there, and then stick that one on, back on, and drive it all the way down, and then you just use a punch to knock the old one back out off there. Okay, we are going to grease the new bearing and put the seal in. Alright, we got the spindle cleaned up, got the rear bearing in there and the seal. I'm just going to slide it over. And that is on. Now let's go get the other bearing. Okay, I'm going to take your new bearing that's already greased up, slip it inside there, give it a little bit of a spin, nut on right here, and take a screwdriver in the larger hole just to get it started. There we go. Okay, I'm going to give it quite a few turns, let the bearings kind of work into it. Give it another little turn. Feels pretty good. Now on the book, it says to take this spring tool with a gauge. I don't know if this is going to be correct because it is actually off of a trigger pull on a gun, but it says 4 to 5 pounds. And we'll pull in line with it. Right there I'm at 4. So I'd say we're pretty good. I'm probably going to spin it a little more. Make sure that we get a good reading. You don't want to have to take these off again, redo them. Just not fun. Yeah, we could go a little tighter, I think. Right about 4 pounds. So I think that is good. Now we want to make sure our lock ring lines up. Kind of wipe it down. Get it good and clean. See if the holes line up. You don't want to go backwards with it. Take and turn it that way. See if they line up closer. Not really. If we go back, it'll be too loose. I think we want to go a little tighter, and we'll see what that does. Okay, to make it a little tighter, we'll take this punch, we'll stick it in that hole, and I'm going to tap it. You don't have to do much. And you can check, make sure you're not too tight. Lined up right there. That'll work. And we'll recheck it. Still good. Okay. We got the screws in there. We got the next hub that goes on it. Got a little bit of grease around that. And we don't want water getting in this. So we got some black RTV. Doesn't take much. We're just going to do a very thin layer. I'm gonna go around the holes, make a line all the way around this ring, and I'll just rub it around enough to make a seal. And I'm actually going to blue Loctite the bolts, help give them a little bit of a seal. So that, once again, not a whole lot of blue, you don't need much. Stuff's pretty thin right now because it's hot, so I'm probably getting more than I need. These started. Gun, set it on low. Okay, got that done. Get the snap ring back on there. Alright, now for the last part of this, I'll put a little bit of grease inside there. Actually, I think we will put some inside the edge of that. It will just help it slide that much easier. So let's slap a little bit of silicone around here. You know, guys, part of the reason I do this, okay, this is a 98, so I know most people buying these are just needing a vehicle. They're not wanting to go to the dealer to get these serviced. So, whoops. So I'm hoping it helps somebody save some money in getting this done, and they don't go to the dealer and get charged ridiculous amounts of money just to get their car working again, because most shops are going to charge anywhere from 100 to, there it is, to about 150. I mean, it depends where you go. So we've got everything tight. These, just snug them down. There's our hub. Let's see if it locks. Yep, it locks. Unlock it. And unlocked. There we go. And that's how you do it. I am going to put the brake back on. I'm going to do the other side. I'm not going to show you all the video on that because we just did this one. Anyway, guys, hope y'all like and subscribe, and I'm going to get out of here. Bye.